Hi everyone, welcome back to Sunset Wildlife Connections YouTube vlog channel. My name is Margaret and I am the president and director and co-founder of Sunset Wildlife Connection. I don't know what that means. We are an exotic animal rescue and community outreach program. So we rescue exotic animals, we train them to become ambassadors for their species, and then we do outreach programs including birthdays, we do to libraries, we have an on-site tour at our facility, and of course, we do social media, and that includes YouTube and our YouTube vlog channel. I just want to say that I apologize that I haven't been on here for so long with a vlog because one, I got sick. So I was doing animal encounters while sick. I had to like mic myself up and everything for a library and I sounded so awful. I felt really bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. I felt really bad for the client. Then we had camp last week. So not only was my voice kind of like, it was getting worse throughout camp. So I was like, nobody wants to hear somebody sick. Like, I hate it when there's podcasters that I listen to and their like voices are all scratchy and you're just like, I just can't even listen to it because it sounds so bad. But I didn't want to do that to you guys, so instead I just did a lot of short videos, and now I'm going to try to get more back into the vlogs, so make sure you guys are liking and following and subscribing to our channel so that you can be notified for whenever we're posting all that new content that I'm going to try to blast out for you guys now. In this vlog, I'm going to be doing another part to our day in the life videos. So if you guys follow us, then you can go, there will be a link in the description to the playlist of the day in the life at an animal sanctuary. Next part of our day is going to be the hardest part of the day, and that is cleaning. So right now it's summertime. So because it's summer, my cleaning schedule changes a lot. So no matter what, I always open. I'm always going to open. I'm going to start that way just in case there's an emergency or something happened overnight, an animal doesn't look well. I can address that immediately before I do anything else. But because it's so hot here, we're in Florida. We are about 30 minutes north of Pensacola, Florida, which is in the Panhandle. So we're not quite like, Miami or Orlando where it's like blazing hot, but it's still pretty hot here. I know like it's like 90 up in Michigan or something right now. So like it's hot here for sure too. So really what I've been doing is after I open, I've been opening up some of the other animals and cleaning some of the other animals. But we're going to talk a little bit more about just kind of, again, every single day changes as far as the routine. I'm just kind of trying to show you guys the general aspect of what it is like to be cleaning at an animal sanctuary. So I'll put a picture up so that you guys can see a picture of what my daily cleaning schedule looks like. So what I do is I have deep cleans and then I have spot cleans, and then it's not on a schedule, but I do something called a double deep clean, or for our reptiles I will call it a full strip is what I call it. So I have like different kind of lingo and names for everything. But as far as this is Titan, he's the stray kitty we've been taking care of. Yes, I've just talked to the vet about making him not as much as of a boy as he is at the moment. But anyways, I know he's been like wanting to be a part of this little live or this vlog right here. You want to be a part of the vlog? You're so sweet. Anyways, I didn't want to like bore you guys to complete death with cleaning, so I'm just gonna kind of explain and do some voiceover, kind of fast forward it. You guys can kind of relax while I do some cleaning, and I'll kind of talk to you a little bit more about like what I do and the process of how I clean, the tools that I use, as well as the cleaning agent that I use that is safe for animals, and it is safe for all the animals I use. So we're going to talk a lot about all of those different things. I'm going to try to make this as like fun and educational as possible, because I know cleaning can be super boring, but honestly, not that it's my favorite part, but for the animals, it is one of the best way to bond with your animals is to actually clean them on a daily basis. Of course, you're going to see some feeding as well as some training, because that is also part of what I do when I am cleaning. I will clean and train certain animals. So that is also part of the process that you guys are going to see today. So you are going to see a little bit of animal training, which will be fun. So let's get started. So first, let's start with our fox and cat. I am doing these guys pretty early in the morning again because it is just so hot that I try to get them done early, prepare them their food, enrichment, what you're seeing me do here is actually shifting the fox. And then we're gonna come down and we're gonna train Jack, and then he'll get shifted, and then we'll be able to clean everybody. Then we're gonna train the fox afterwards. So I'm looking for a paw behavior from Jack. He hates starting with this behavior for some reason, but he did it. There he goes. So he just needed a little bit of help, but he is such a good boy. So he knows a couple different behaviors. So next you're gonna see me do a target behavior. And again, Jack's so silly. He's like, I see it, but you know how cats are. They're hilarious. You see me laughing because he's so goofy. But look, he faked me out. He went to go do it, and then he was like, nah. But that's a good boy. He went to the target, and that's what we are looking for. So Jack here eats a full holistic diet. So that means that he eats all raw food. So he actually gets raw fish, and then he'll get raw chicken, and I use all parts of that chicken. So I will use the breast, I will use the leg pieces and thighs, the wings. I even use things like chicken hearts and chicken gizzards. So he gets a full holistic diet. Now we're gonna go in and clean. So you saw me shifting Jack. Now I'm gonna go scoop and make sure I can find any poop or anything else, maybe like foreign, or there's lots of mushrooms at this time of year. Then I added enrichment and his food, and now we're gonna switch over to the fox. So we're gonna do the same thing. I'm going to change the water. Now obviously this is all sped up and not in real time. So this does take me a little bit longer. I'm obviously speeding it up so that we can get to other animals and I can show you guys more. If I showed you the whole day, it would be a full 8-hour video. So doing the same thing, scooping, that is the enrichment you see. We're doing ice today. And then I'm gonna spread out some of his food so that he gets rewarded for shifting. But remember, we're going to come back and do that later. But let's go change the waters. So we're gonna go do the waters next. So you can see I have Jack's water, and then I have the fox's water. And we're also gonna do a couple other waters. We're gonna do the owl and the porcupine water at the same time. Now my hose is way over here, so I have to make this full trek. There's my cute dog. But I gotta make this full trek over here to go and get just the hose. Now I usually have to let it run for a little while because it's really hot from sitting in the sun. So I definitely let it run for a little bit. I'm gonna water test it first with my hands to make sure that it's not hot. I obviously don't want to give them hot water. And this is the same if you're watering plants. You're not supposed to water it with that hot water. You're supposed to let it cool and then do it. Now again, we're coming over here to the owl. You can see him in the back over there on the back perch. I'm not sure if you guys can see him way back there. I'll point him out, but I'm going to change his water as well and then fix some of his carpet that he has over here. He likes to mess it up, and I think he likes to look for bugs or something under there. I'm not really sure, but just talking to him, he's super cute and super sweet. But we're going to let that completely fill, and then we're going to actually switch over to, this is the porcupines. So I'm going to dump out his old one. He's actually not in this exhibit right now. I'm going to move him over later. And if you guys look through some of our shorts, you may see a video of him moving. It's really adorable. Okay, now that we have our waters, we're going to head back over to the fox and the cat. Sorry, it's hard bringing like the tripod and moving things around. I was going to cut out this stuff, and then I was like, no, I'm just going to leave it. This is kind of real life, right? So I am going to put Jack's water in, and then I'm going to put, it's so hot, the fox water in, and then I'm going to shift both of them back onto exhibit, and then we're going to train our fox. So there goes the fox, there goes the cat. Everybody's going to eat. I'm going to grab the bowl, check for poop. They love to pee and poop, and there's none in there, thank goodness. But even if there was, that's okay. So next we are going to go and feed the owl, actually. So I'm going to feed him his 2 chicks that he gets a day. He's super goofy. He dropped it. It's on the floor now, so you can't see it. He's like, what is going on? I'm going to put ice down there for his enrichment for the day as well. And then there he goes. He's going down to get it now. He is super cool. This is King, and he is a Eurasian eagle owl. He is about 12 years old. So that is crazy that he just swallows that whole, is it not? Sometimes he will rip it up and he'll eat parts of it, but when he's hungry, and he just takes that whole thing down. Look how beautiful he is, though, with his pretty eyes. He is such a beautiful bird. This is actually one of your largest owl species in the whole world. So Eurasian, meaning that he is from Europe and Asia. So again, one of the largest ones. His wingspan is almost 6 feet. Isn't that wild? I'm going to do some videos separately of him and us flying him. So you guys should make sure that you guys are following us and have your notifications turned on so that you guys can know when we will post that content and post us flying with the owl. King here has actually flown a lot. I actually worked with King about 10 years ago at another facility. So it is really fun to get to know him again and work with this beautiful species. So now we're back with the fox. We're going to train him next. If you're new here, this is Michael J, and he is our red fox. We are an exotic animal rescue and community outreach program. So we rescue exotic animals, we train them to become ambassadors for their species, and then we do outreach programs, and that includes our YouTube channel. So again, this is Michael J. He was an extreme neglect case. He was not well taken care of at all. You can see that right now we are doing some training. He's actually not doing a great job at targeting right now. So I'm moving the target stick to try to see if I can get him there. There it is again. I got him to do 2 good targets, and then I'm going to pay him, which I say pay, but I'm really giving him a treat or rewarding him, however you want to say it. Our reward is getting paid when we do our jobs. So I use the word pay when it comes to the animals when they do their jobs. So this is his jump behavior. I usually try to make him jump about 3 times before he gets food. So he is very high energy, especially when we first got him. That's why I do more high energy behaviors with the fox and more low energy behaviors with Jack the Joffrey's cat, who you guys saw earlier. Now the fox likes to pee in his bowl, which is super gross. It smells awful. That's why I don't recommend them as pets, even though he's so cute. Hey guys, real quick, we're going to take a break. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our bonfire merch. So there is a link in the description to our merch store. This is on the merch, as well as this is one of our Jack shirts. This is when Jack was a little bitty kitten. But I do have a couple other ones. I have a parrot on there. I have our red fox. I do have a really cute reptile one. And I'm actually designing a new shirt that I think is going to be more just generic, but I kind of want to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments if you guys like these shirts and if there's something specifically or a specific animal maybe that you want to see featured on the shirts. Again, link in the description. All right, let's get back to cleaning. So you guys saw me change Spike's water earlier, but it is going to rain and I don't have a second igloo to put on his daytime enclosure. So I'm just going to let him run around for a little bit while I clean him. And then he's just going to stay over here on this side. But this is Spike, and he is an African crested porcupine. He is one of the cutest, sweetest porcupines that I've ever worked with. I've worked with a couple, and they're usually pretty good, and they work really well. I've seen some on harnesses. I've seen some do all kinds of different behaviors. He actually knows a retrieve behavior, which we should definitely try to show a little bit more often because it is really cute. But see him, he's so cute running around. But African crested porcupines are obviously from Africa. They are a nocturnal species, although he is pretty active during the day. But next we are going to go get the chickens since he is done. And again, it is going to rain, so I'm not going to let them completely out. But look at how cute he is. I love it when he goes in circles. Here come the chickens. They, for some reason, love to drink the water and like water puddles. I think it's pretty cute and hilarious, but like they always have fresh water, but I think it's hilarious when they love to go up and drink from the puddles. This is something else that I do a ton of all day, every day is dishes. I always have to gather the clean dishes that are dried, put those away, and then do more dishes. So there's just constant dishes going around everywhere. So I actually use 2 different sponges. So you can see I'm using the blue one right now. I use blue for my herbivores and a couple omnivores, but I'm about to switch here in a second because the pink one I use for my carnivores. So because the fox and the cat, they both have raw meat, that means that I need to use 2 different sponges because obviously you don't want to contaminate any of your herbivores or omnivore diets. Now I know that the fox is an omnivore, but again, he does get the raw meat, so I still have to use the pink sponge for him. Up next is deep cleaning the parrots. So first up we have OJ. OJ here is a Catalina. So a Catalina is a mixed species of macaw and not something that you would see in the wild. Actually, all of our macaws are mixed species, but a Catalina is a mix between a scarlet and a blue and gold macaw. Next we have Jody. She is an umbrella cockatoo. She's behind him. You can see the little white bird back there. And then next to her is Davy Jones. Davy Jones is a Gala cockatoo, and both of those species are from Australia. Next is Margarita. Margarita is a Harlequin macaw, and the girl next to her is Raz. She's also a Harlequin macaw, and that is a mixed species as well, like I said earlier, and that is between a green wing and a blue and gold. Then next is a ruby macaw. This is Stanley, and Stanley is a mixed species again, and that is a mix between a scarlet and a green wing macaw. So the way that I deep clean the birds is I do this twice a week. I will spot clean them as much as I can throughout the rest of the week, but I definitely do this twice a week. Now I'm also going out and cleaning some of the other birds that are out here. We have some pigeons out here as well. But what I like to use is chlorhexidine. That's my cleaning agent of choice. So first I'm going to go through and I'm going to scoop up anything that is on the ground. Then I'm going to come in with the hose and I'm going to hose down each enclosure, get any leftover debris, as well as soak the bird poop to kind of lift it up a little bit. Then I'm going to go through and spray each one with chlorhexidine. Again, that is the cleaning agent that I use, and it is good for birds, for mammals, and for reptiles. And you can also use it sometimes with medical issues as well. So it has been prescribed to me with some of my dogs and cats in the past. So you may have actually used chlorhexidine if you have pets at home. So then after I chlorhexidine, I'm obviously going to come through and scrub. So you can see me scrubbing each enclosure. Then I'm going to go back over each one with the hose, squeegee. Then I change out all of their enrichment. The birds do get enriched every single day, but the ones that you see that are hanging in their exhibits, I change out twice a week. So I will change out each one of those, and I use all kinds of different stuff like wood, boxes, paper, to make sure that these birds are always enriched. This is a very smart species. So Davy Jones is taking a little bath over there. But I always like to give these guys, again, daily enrichment because they are so smart that they really have to be doing something all the time. It would suck to be stuck in your room with no iPad, no phone, no TV, no books, nothing to do. We would obviously get so bored. And obviously we are a very smart species, but it can be very hard to make sure that all these animals are enriched. But we're finally done. So, ta-da! But it's getting hot out here, so let's go inside and deep clean some more animals. Hey, will you watch my rabbits for me? I'll be right back. bunny. You silly girl. Diet, and we're gonna feed this out as well. There you go, sweetie. So yummy. Then I'm gonna scrub her water bowl. Sorry, her food bowl. This is the Cloroxing I mentioned earlier. This is a diluted solution that I make. So after I scrub the bowls on their deep cleans, I will actually sanitize. So this is pretty much, if I had a dishwasher, I wouldn't have to do that. But since I don't have a dishwasher at this time, we need to sanitize everything at least twice a week. So we do it during their deep cleans. The last thing I'm going to show you, last of course but not least, is laundry. We are constantly doing laundry. We probably have at least 2 loads a day, depending on who we're deep cleaning, if not more. So like for example, the fox and the cat have a lot that when we do their deep cleans, it is a lot of laundry that day. So like this was from the fox and the cat exhibit, and it pretty much has to go in alone, but this is something that is huge in the animal field. You're obviously going to be going through so many loads of laundry. Now it's time for another load, but it's really hard to film one-handed, so next, I'm going to just show you, we have to put everything away, and then this is our linen closet. It looks messy, but it does have some organization in there. But again, lots and lots of laundry every day. All right, guys, that was a lot of cleaning. We're going to now go to the last part of our day, which again, I know I told you that there's like all kinds of different things that we do throughout the day, and every day is a little bit different, but we always start with opening and we always end with closing. Those are going to be your 2 things. Of course, for sure, you're going to feed everybody and clean everybody, but sometimes that kind of routine kind of goes up and down, where we always open and we always close at the end of the day. So the next part of our day in the life videos is going to be that. It is going to be closing down the sanctuary for the night. Now, I do live on property, so I'm always here if anything is going to happen. So don't actually leave whenever I'm done. I'm just done for work for the day. But that is going to be our last part. So make sure you guys, again, are subscribed to our channel and that your notifications are turned on so that whenever I do post that video, that you guys will be notified of it. I'm trying to post a lot of shorts and things like that. So make sure you guys are staying tuned for that. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. You pooping in there? What are you